1.5 million. Ah! Oh, hello. So today I've set out to launder some money. I've tried my best to commit the most illegitimate methods possible of obtaining gold and getting my grubby hands on some loot. Did I achieve this? Yes. I may or may not have stumbled upon a beyond broken method of obtaining absolutely horrid amounts of gold. But anyways, let's get into the evil doing. This first one is a bit of a weird one, and to be frank, it reflects a very lazy design choice. Basically, if I don't stand within the activation range of the gold hoarder in the Shores of Gold Telltale, I can just chip away at his health until he dies, with no repercussions. I love first-degree murder. In doing this, I get skull. Normally, you have to redo the tall tale to get back here, but if you die, the game does something funny and spawns you right before the boss room again. Also, skeletons spawn after a bit once you've killed the boss, and that is pretty convenient. You can do this over and over again and get many skull. These sell for 10,000 gold each, which is 25,000 with a level 5 emissary. For all of these methods, I'll be using a time frame of 1 hour, meaning that since this method only took 5 minutes, you could do this 12 times, getting you 300,000 gold. That is quite a bit, considering all you have to do is stand there and shoot some random guy in the ass. I like this method. Also, a very minor thing to note, put the skulls right here, then drop them down to the water below once you're done, because the doors will in fact shut once you go down there. So, hee. On the tier list of unintended gold getting exploits, I'd give this one a solid A tier. I like this one. Next was a method endorsed by Mr. Fuzzy Fuzzy Bond himself. For this method, you raise the filthy PvE emissary, and then sail to any very small island. You then proceed to commit mass murder until you've killed the entire populace of the island, which will hopefully get you vast shoals of loot and emissary levels. After this, you promptly fuck off for a bit via a cannon, then come back. As for PvE, ocean crawlers are good for gems, skeleton captains are good for skulls and captain's orders, and phantoms have a good personality. After around 30 minutes, I got this astonishing loot hoard, which would have come out to 13,000 gold in an hour, or 32,500 with a level 5 emissary. I estimate that you could get this up to a whopping 50,000 gold or more in an hour, of course getting level 5 emissary in doing so. I guess the main perk of this method seems to be getting the most worthless faction emissary up to level 5 semi-quickly, and if you get lucky, you can get a lot of gems. I say a lot very lightly. On the tier list of unintended gold getting exploits, I'd give this one a C tier. It was overall highly mediocre. Now for the most absolutely devious method by a long shot. I had no clue that this would turn out to be this good, and I had to do the math a few times to make sure I wasn't going fucking insane. I may have conducted the slightest amount of tomfoolery. With this method, you buy a fuck ton of these prize cargo run voyages, vote one up, collect the various materials that nobody wants, and then vote up and cancel a Telltale 6 times. Also do this at Ancient Spire because the crates can only spawn at the dock. You're welcome. You can repeat this fairly quickly, and it really adds up over time. Each crate sells for 700 gold without an emissary, and each voyage gives you 8 of these. I ran a timer for 5 minutes to see how many crates I could get, and I was able to get 72. I am perhaps a gamer. Using math from here, that would be 864 crates an hour, which would be 604,800 golds. That is a very stupid amount. But, using our good old friend the Reaper 5 emissary flag, that would be the absolutely ass-clenching, diabolical amount of only 1.5 million gold. I had to convince myself even that this was correct, and on top of that, my timed run was not even optimized. So, long story short, this method is perhaps mildly effective. On the tier list of unintended gold getting exploits, I had to make a new tier because this method is fucked up. Diabolical tier. Now, for our final method, is the best method ever. Nope, just kidding, it sucks. This method, in fact, did not work at all, and was a fairly large letdown. Not that I know. It consisted of voting and cancelling shipwreck voyages, whether it be for Merchant or Athena, and it was supposed to leave all the loot they held floating in the water. It would have been pretty good, but the issue could be due to a recent glitch of shipwrecks just deciding not to spawn, but I doubt that considering my friend over here. It was supposed to make the loot from the shipwrecks just float up to the surface, but that in fact did not happen. It is pretty fitting that this doesn't work though, considering the absolute tomfuckery from earlier. On the tier list of whatever the fuck, this is fuck tier. Leaving it at that, this was the final method I tried. I'd say that this was perhaps a mildly good money laundering session. Vast amounts of tomfoolery have indeed been committed, and I am satisfied. Anyways, before I get found out, goodbye. Oh fuck!